Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
Good morning, Pastor.
Hey, good morning to you. Beautiful Wednesday outside. If you out, well, have you looked outside?
Yeah, we can see outside.
Can see.
Yeah.
Oh my word!
Windows in here.
It's a real beautiful day to tell people stay indoors.
Well, we're supposed to be getting some weather. Apparently, we're supposed to be getting some rain, but we'll see if
We need the rain.
Yes, we
I'm
definitely
concerned
do.
about the water supply.
definitely do.
We definitely need the rain. So, and I think at the end of May here we move into the rainy season. And some call it the hurricane season. Well, obviously we get a few hurricanes blowing by. We trust that we will be spared again this year. But just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Wednesday outside. I really appreciate it. You know, every morning I say we get a front row seat to some of the best artwork ever.
Agreed.
I mean, seriously. And every day it's just different. And the beauty, I mean, if you were an artist to paint this, you just... I don't know that Picasso or whomever, you know, could have painted anything as beautiful. That's another side of me there, Mario. Appreciation of the finer things in life.
Marveling in his glory. I see this.
Yeah, but I mean, just,
I see it.
You sit, my office has a great view of Beck with the port and all of that, and the green, and I mean, I can see the different hues, the different colors.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm living in paradise. I'm living in paradise. I mean, you strip away all that's happening, and you just, just look out, and it's just beautiful. I mean, it's really, really beautiful. Anyways, oh, by the way, yesterday, and you guys know that I took a pretty light-hearted view. By the way, there is a method in my madness. That was not accidental. That I took a light-hearted, view of things yesterday on my program, just from a different perspective, not because for about 5 weeks in a row on the trot I've been dealing with coronavirus. So yesterday I took a pretty light-hearted view, talked a little bit about, rock cake, and I got licks.
And a red belly.
Yeah, red belly. I did. I heard from my friend. You guys familiar with Vincy Cuisine?
Mm-hmm. The group on Facebook.
Yeah, great group, by the way. And the other group that is about different sites around St. Vincent. Real help you to appreciate St. Vincent, the beauty of St. Vincent, the joy of being Vincy. Why, sweet groups. But I have friends in that group. I have frenemies. In that group. I got a little bit of licks yesterday because I actually said rock cake, coconut drops or whatever, and I said I went to buy Coke. Coke, drink Coke, Mario.
I wasn't making any other assumptions there.
I got frenemies out there, but as soon as I got off the program, I checked my WhatsApp and stuff, and like, Pastor, you drink Coke? An imported drink? You're talking rock with Coke?
Yeah, you should have some tamarind juice or something.
Passion fruit juice.
Go get a coconut water, get him out by the side.
Well, another person said, Pastor, what about coconut water? You could have had the rock. I've never tried rock with coconut water, but to all my friends and frenemies on Vincy Cuisine, stop trolling me. But I love their post because it really... And yesterday I was, again, Mario, there's method to my madness. I'm going somewhere with this. But it really, when you back off all the concerns and everything that's happening now, and Teresa Daniel the other day posted something on fried sprat, not sprat. I don't know, Mario, with your Canadians, that you have... Mario, have you ever had fried sprat? I mean, like, fried without the flour?
No.
Fried real dry?
No, I haven't.
Daniel, have you?
No.
You to boosh too.
Hey, you don't want anybody I'm not... Listen.
Rock.
Hey. You see why you drinking the Coke with the rock cake? You too bouge for the coconut water pasta.
Stop no more. But then my favorite, we used to do a thing called a special with salami and Pablo de Silva. I think Father Mark's brother Pablo de Silva and we used to get that special with the Morbi. And then we would get the bread, the penny, well, it used to be 10 cents bread in those days, and with the sliced chicken salami and cheese. And we loved that. So I saw them posting all of that. But it's still around. Then I saw Ali posted something there. Ali's my friend, but every time she does this, it's like, Ali, come now, man, stop it. Curried conchs and stuff. But yesterday I saw breadfruit. Roast breadfruit, they already peeled and sliced, and on top of the roast breadfruit was stewed chicken back. And
I know your weakness is chicken back, huh?
Oh, they torturing me, man. Well, it's not, because, I saw Randy too. Randy trying to think with his posting. Luther.
Yeah.
He did one with, he did it a few times. I don't know why, but it's like something that came out of the inside of a fish. Like fish, I don't know. It's like, I know it. I don't know what to call it, Denny. What do you call it? This big old thing.
From the fish?
Inside of the fish, yeah.
It's not garbage?
Fish belly. No, well, that's why I think you're supposed to dump it. But he has it in a frying pan.
The raw?
Apparently,
It's the raw.
Because a lot of... Raw?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this thing is like
garbage.
I believe it's the raw. If he's eating
well,
it.
Randy is frying it and
Right,
eating
fish
it.
raw.
Yeah.
Tastes good.
It tastes good?
Yeah.
But this is Vincy Life. I'm following this, and I'm like, you know what? I love my Vincy Life. When I see Asbot calling up my name, and something about Pastor Richards recommending stew pork. Now I was talking about the fact that my mother stewed pork and called me. So I guess he got inspired. He was stewing pork. So I love all the posting with the guava cheese, and I saw some cooked peanut sugar cake. Oh my word! And then last night, this is the last one. Last night took me back to my childhood days. We really had some good. We poor in St. Vincent. We don't have the wall of income and all that, but ain't nothing better than putting some milk and sugar in a plastic bag and shaking it up together. And eating it, and you had those kind of days, and children are still having these kind of days. Go and pull a piece of cane and strip it down and eat that. And you have enough sugar to last you for the month in that piece of cane that you just ate. So it's all good stuff. I say all of this to say, these things are available. All that I talked about, whether the curry conchs or the breadfruit, the fish roe, the pork, the guava, all of it is already available. The fried sprat, Teresa Daniel, calling your name, the fried sprat, all is available. Now, Marlon spoke this morning, and again, this is the method to my madness. These are things we enjoy. Apart from the salami, everything else is here. These are things we enjoy, and they're available here. And Marlon talked about food security, I think, this morning, or foods. I like the term. It was actually food sovereignty. That's what he spoke about, food sovereignty. And I like, that's a very empowering idea, that we have enough foods here that we enjoy in St. Vincent. Happy food, where we even think of them, the endorphins already start flowing, and we just happy conceptualizing the breadfruit and the stewed chicken back. You try that chicken back over some nice Vincy sweet potato, not the American yams, because the American yams mimic our sweet potato, but they just they don't cut it. And I am believing that a push towards this kind of national. That's why I love Vincy cuisine, because it pushes us to highlight our national foods, the things that we enjoy, and really bring us a lot of pleasure, and just bring that nostalgic feeling. But also from an economic point of view, it will really do us good here in St. Vincent, including those who posted the cassava fries. I'd never known that, you could do cassava fries. But this idea of food sovereignty at this particular time forces us to this empowering idea that we don't have to be having this massive leakage on our balance of payment. Because I'm listening. Like I said, there's a method to my madness. And I'm hearing that a lot of, if you infuse money into the economy, whether you borrow from the ECCB or however, and you put it in people's hand, that we have such a high import bill, and part of it is in terms of our food, that you import sweet peppers, you import yogurt, you import everything. So many things that we could have food sovereignty in which we don't have to be importing such a vast amount of our food. There's coffee alone, but the rest of it can stay. Just joking there. But this is something to pay attention to over this time. The simple life, the Vincy life, the foods we enjoy. So we could weather that part of the storm by pushing more of the idea of food sovereignty. Bring on the pigtail soup and the fried roe randy and all of that. But anyways, one other thing. Yesterday I introduced, this is on a more serious side now, I introduced the concept of contentment and happiness, and what determines these here, because as incomes take a hit over this period, you will have to figure out what makes you content. Now, as a counselor, I have seen what shatters a person's psyche. I've seen it up close, Daniel. And because I have had years of sitting with people one-on-one in their darkest moments, their most depressing moments, I have a front row seat as to what matters to people. I could speak more authoritatively as to what matters in life. When you strip life down to its barest essentials, I actually know. So this is not made up stuff. I've seen people there. I've had people at the brink of their life, about to end their life, and I've counseled with them as to why. And it's rarely it is going to be over money issues, whether you have too much or too little, or it's going to be over food issues, or resource issues, or education issues. But I have people come in and sit in my office who have been broken to pieces, not over any of those things, but broken to pieces over what? Predominantly, and I do all kind of counseling, grief counseling, career counseling. I do school education counseling, but spiritual counseling. But relationship counseling is the predominant thing that people want to see me for. I have had people come in here, both men and women, male and female, who basically I have had it. I'm going to end my life, and it's over. Really, so one of the chief things that determines the meaning of your life is how your relationship is going. And when relationships are not working out, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter whether your income got jacked up by 20% or your income was cut by 20%. Because one of the persons that came in here had a great job, great job, and he's like, it didn't matter. He had a souped up car. It was almost call it color, rare souped up car. He had, all the things that young men, and he was a young man, you would figure that this would, comprise a good life. And he was going to end it why? Because his relationship was on the rocks. One of the persons that I saw is, if you top 1% of guys in St. Vincent in terms of job status, I would rank him there, top 1%. And nothing else mattered to him, because it didn't matter he had a job that everybody would envy. It didn't matter that. I've had people who I've had long conversations with who went dark. When I say they went dark, they went dark. They just off the social scene, off everything. And they have tons of fans, tons and tons of fans. But what was the missing? They had everything else that people go after, but what was the missing thing in their life? Relationship. You know, so it doesn't really matter how educated you are, how much money you have, and you know how much resources or gadgets you surround your life with. These are the things that money can buy, but I have found out that the things that money can buy, these things are not the real substantive things in life, because like I said, I've had a front row seat to when it really matters, you know, when it comes down to it, what really matters in a person's life. And predominantly, it's relationship. And these are the things that really don't take, because we are talking economics now, food sovereignty, economic security, all of these things we're talking, what's going to happen to the economy, how it's going to affect your consumption and all of that. We are talking these things, but we are not the fundamentals and the indivisibles that we should be talking about. Is how do you protect your relationships over this? Because I am telling you, stuff like the economics and all of the money, I have seen where that really doesn't matter as much. It is secondary, Mario. It is really secondary to what relationship does to the psyche, how the relationship works. And it doesn't take money to bolster and to support good relationships. And let me end off here, because there'll be other days I can talk about this. Hear this. People that I encounter and deal with seem not to be equipped with the tools for protecting relationships, building relationships, mending relationships, working through conflicts, getting to mature relationships. And because of that, many relationships that ought not to be struggling, and a lot of pain that people are experiencing, they are experiencing these and walking through these and going through these simply because they have not learned the requisite necessary skills of managing a relationship. They'll learn job skills, soft skills, hard skills. You know, for the jobs, they learn how to make money, they learn how to hustle, and all of these things. And they spend a vast amount of their time investing in not that which really matters when it comes right down to it, which is relationships. So I want to continue talking about this a little bit down the road. I know that I see a lot of people who come in, and I can't see all the people who call me. Let me just put a disclaimer. I cannot see all the people who call me and say, Pastor, you know, talk to me about some relationship issues and all of that. But there are other people in St. Vincent whom you can call and you know, set up an appointment to talk about relationship. Take care of relationships, because they really matter. They are the things that affect the psyche most of all. All right, so take that little heads up from me today, and I promise you I have a lot more to say about it, and I will follow up on it tomorrow.
Thanks,
all right?
Pastor. Thank you.
All right, take care, bye.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.